Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you a really cool and fun exploratory tool that I found when I was talking to some other music educators that I thought would be a really fun thing for you guys to kind of explore and learn how to use. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click up here on your address bar and you're going to type in Incredibox.com. I spelled it wrong. Incredibox.com and click enter. It's going to take you to this website right here, and it already looks really cool and really fun. There is an app for it, but today what we're going to explore is the web version. So we're going to go ahead and click the little icon that says try web version, and it's going to go ahead and load. And it says for best experience, use your headphones. I don't use my headphones personally, so that's a preference up to you whether you want the sound going out or whether you want it just contained to your headphones. So the first thing you're going to do, it says select a version to start mixing. Now the ones on the top are Alpha, Little Miss, Sunrise, and The Love. And the ones on the bottom here, if you notice if you hover over them, they have a little lock. That's because they're only specific to the app. So if you want to use those ones, you're going to have to download the app onto a smartphone. But just so I can show you what it does, we're going to go ahead, we're going to click on one. I'll choose The Love. And it's going to start loading for us here. And it might take a minute depending on your internet connection because it has to load individual sounds for each little character that you can drag and drop up, which you'll see in a second. So if it takes a minute, don't get discouraged. My internet's not that great either, so it takes a minute for me as well. All right, here we go. So when you get into here, there's a bunch of different icons. There's like an information icon. There's a My Mix, which as you can see when you hover over it, it's locked. There's versions, that switches between the app and the web version, I believe. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on this little play icon right beneath the words, The Love. So go ahead and click on it. Then it's going to pop up with 7 different characters here. And then if you notice down here, there are some icons that you have as well. So we have some that are in yellow here. We have blue, we have red, and we have purple. And this is where it gets really, really fun because this is when you can start composing and creating. So they use a drag and drop method when it comes to composing. So I'm going to show you how that works. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on one, you're going to drag it up, and you're going to drop it onto the person. Now when I start doing this, it's going to have some sounds that come across my computer. So I'm going to stop talking and just compose and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, here we go. All right, pretty cool, huh? So if I want to pause it, I can go up here like you just saw me do, and I can click the little pause button. Now I wanted to draw your attention to something. I'm going to press play again in a second, and I'm going to talk over it. And I'm going to show you how you can remove a sound if you don't want to use that sound anymore. Okay, so I'm going to press play again, and I'm going to keep talking over it and show you how you can do that. So say that I wanted to get rid of a sound. I would hover over that character, and I would click the X button, and it would get rid of it. So let me do that. So it took away his sound. Now let me add a different one to him. Now say that I can't hear the specific sound. I could go right like this, and I could click the headphones. And it isolates just this sound so I can hear exactly what it sounds like, and I can make the decision whether or not I want to keep it into my mix or not. All right? So then when I want to go back to the full group, I just click the headphones again. There it is. And it goes back. Now, one cool thing that you can do on this, I pause it for a second so you can hear my voice, is if you go over to this little icon, which won't work when you're in pause mode, but it allows you to record your mix. And this is where you can share it with people. You can record your mix and you can share it in your Google Classroom. You can record your mix and you can share it with me. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But one thing I wanted to draw to your attention before we do that is that each mix has to be at least 24 seconds long in order for it to save, or else you'll get an error message saying that the clip isn't long enough to save. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to press play again, and then I'm going to show you how to save and record your mix. All right, so mine was at least 24 seconds. It allowed me to save it. So at this point, when I click the stop record button, the red one that I just clicked, I have some options. I can retry if I didn't like the way that it turned out. I could replay it, or we could save it. So when you click on the save button, it comes up with some options for you. So the first thing you get to do, I've already named mine, but I'm going to delete it so you can see, is you get to give yourself a DJ name. So I'm going to give myself DJ Hinton. And then you get to title your mix. So I'm going to title my mix the Quarantine Boogie. If I could spell quarantine today. There we go, Quarantine Boogie. And I'm going to dedicate it to all the students at MVES. And then when I'm finished with naming it, giving myself a name, and who I want to dedicate it to, I click this little check mark right here, and it comes up with some options for how you can share it. Now the export one and the My Mix one are locked because those are specifically for the app, but what you're going to want to click on is the share button. When you click on the share button, you have some options of where you can share it. Now I would love to hear all of your compositions, so you can do either mail, but the way that I think is probably the easiest is you can click on Mix Link. When you click on Mix Link, it comes up with a link to your specific playlist. When you click on it, it already is copied to your clipboard, so you can click OK. Then the way that you're going to get it to me is you're going to go into your email account, or you can go into our Google Classroom, or you can go into the Class Dojo that you have, and you can go ahead and you can send it to me so that I can see your mixes. I hope that you guys enjoy this as much as I do. I've had a lot of fun playing around with this and making some new mixes and some new beats, and I can't wait to see all of yours. All right, have a good day.